This week's watch is 66 and the lineup is massive. An excellent lineup containing multiple brands. We got 6 pieces that we're going to talk about in depth, and we've added 3 beautiful Rolex watches. Great buys that are just ordinary pieces, however very lovely. But we're going to start with the watch I'm wearing myself. In this case, it's a Vacheron et Constantin dating back to 1940. In my humble opinion, this was the period where Vacheron was on top of his game, and it's displayed very well in this watch, both the intricate design as well as the beautiful movement. A lovely watch coming at the price of only 6,450 euros. It's 18 karat yellow gold. It's a dressy piece signed by the retailer's name, Turler, which we all of course know. Furthermore, a nice detail is the 5-minute track that we can find on the outside of the dial. Now enough about my watch, let's talk about these pieces. We're gonna start with some beautiful Rolex watches. Rolex date, reference 15000, dating back to the 1980s, already functioning with the quick set date. Now this watch is beautiful, why? Because it has a very beautiful looking dial, furthermore enhanced by the pumpkin patina that we can find on the tritium plots, as well as the inlay of the handset. The watch itself is priced at a mere 3,450 euros and can be yours to enjoy on a daily basis, just like the one with the black dial, Rolex Oyster Perpetual 34mm with a glossy dial. That's something we do not see often. It is the same size as the date, but with totally different features. For example, the engine turned bezel, and as I just mentioned, the totally different color of the dial, priced at 3,500 euros. Slightly simpler movement without the date function, but of course a well-functioning automatic wristwatch. For the ladies, we've included a very interesting Lady Datejust dating back to the 1960s in full 18 karat yellow gold with the Jubilee bracelet. This watch is priced at 5,200 euros and it's reference 6520. It has the Florentine finish on both the case as well as the bezel, and it's a very lovely wristwatch. Starting off with this green box. Of course, we're talking about Rolex. In this case, quite a contemporary wristwatch dating back to 2003. We have a Rolex Yachtmaster reference 16622, and it's a watch that I have to tell you, I really enjoy. It's a different kind of sport model. Of course, we hate the Yachtmaster 2. It's so bulky and it's just not an elegant wristwatch. But we cannot say this from the 16622. That is a perfect size of 40 millimeters with the interesting bezel and furthermore a platinum dial. Price is 6,200 euros. Going back to 1975, the only wristwatch at this point from Rolex in this week's watches that we have on a leather bracelet, and it's well paired with the dial. I always prefer the Buckley dials that are the Roman numerals, large Roman numerals painted on the dial surface. I always prefer those with the leather bracelets. In this case, a black ostrich leather. Priced at 6,900 euro, it will get you a rare and exclusive pipe band dialed Rolex Buckley. No quick set date function and the plexi crystal to really enhance and give more in-depth to this beautiful dial. The watch is kept in all original and perfect condition, combined with the original black lacquered handset. We're happy to bring you a Rolex GMT Master Pepsi reference 16710 to this week's watches. This drop is featuring a enormously and tremendously commercial Rolex model, a stainless steel GMT, and the reason why we didn't include this in any of the drops is because they were all sold before we made it to the drop. In this case, we kept it and we saved it for you guys. So act quick, the price is 8,900 euros, coming on the bracelet already with the solid end links. It's quite a contemporary piece dating back to 1999. And you gotta act quick, I'm gonna tell you that. We feature many day dates. It's one of our best selling models. However, we did decide to include this in this week's drop because it has a very cool local twist, if you will. It has a Dutch date disc The watch dating back to 1984 with the single quickset and the sapphire crystal. The president bracelet is still in okay shape, and the watch itself is wonderful, priced at 12,800 euros for a beautiful wristwatch. And once again, I would like to pay extra attention to the date disc that we love because it's in Dutch. Up next, one of the last caliber 321 powered Omega Speedmasters 145.012 with the applied logo, the step dial, the dot over 90 bezel, which is still original and in good shape, and the flat link bracelet 1171. It's all there on this piece, priced at 11,600 euros, dating back to 1968 according to the extract of the archives. Of course, like all our Omegas, it was serviced by an official Omega service center, and it is ready to leave our store. A beautiful wristwatch, and it's hard to find an Omega Speedmaster Pre-Moon that is in this original and fair condition. Last but definitely not least, this watch brings a smile to my face. We're talking about a reference 5970R. This watch is the shortest production run concerning the perpetual calendars, let alone it's a highly complicated wristwatch made from 2004 until 2011. So only 7 years in production, all with the same configuration, made in different materials. White gold, rose gold, yellow gold, platinum. In this case, it's the R, so it's the rose gold one, dating back to 2009. The watch is in mint condition, nearly unworn, coming with the original box and papers, and we're so happy to have this watch. The Lemania-based movement is a stunner, which can be seen throughout the crystal caseback. The watch itself is priced above 100k, but price on request. So if you're interested, make sure you shoot us a message, and we're happy to have this watch in our store. This is really a milestone for Amsterdam vintage watches, having a complicated wristwatch by the one and only Patek Philippe. These watches gave me a lot of energy, especially the 5970. I dare you to take a look at it and not smile. It's impossible. This wristwatch is truly unique in its sense that it's super complicated, but still kind of affordable if you compare it to the vintage models by Patek Philippe with the perpetual calendar function. If you want to know the price, shoot us a message. But we got some other pieces that are priced very fairly. The Speedmaster, just over 11k. A Day-Date, which you can find many more, around 12,000, 13,000 euros. But we included this one from 12.8k because it had the Dutch disc. For the sporty models, we chose the Yachtmaster and the GMT. We got some 34mm stunners by Rolex, one without the date function, one with the date function, and a Datejust, both in the lady size as well as the gentleman, 36mm with the Buckley dial. I hope you enjoyed our show. Make sure you comment because I really want to know what you think of this week's lineup, especially on the 5970R. Thank you very much for watching, and remember that the best day to buy a watch is today. Just can't stop smiling. I need to take another look at this fucking piece. Woo! Hij is zo lekker.